Hello, you guys. Welcome back to another episode of Any and There's Always a Disney Guide. You guys already know what to do. I'm not going to tell you because you should already know. And if you don't know, I'm very disappointed. But I'm going to give you a minute to do so. Y'all, come on now. It ain't nothing new. Like, come on. So today, we're going to be reviewing. We're going to be reviewing the series finale of Legacies. I just really, I don't know about y'all, but I really hate that they cancel Legacies. Like, Legacies, I get that not a lot of people like the show, but come on. We gotta admit that season 4 was what we all wanted. And what we wanted was what we got this season. But I'm still mad that they canceled it, but let's get into it. Following Thursday's series finale of Legacies, the Salvatore School for the Young and Gifted has closed its doors for good. Actually, that's not true. In fact, as we saw in the CW's drama's final hour, the Supernatural Academy is arguably more stable than ever. The finale, which was written as a potential series ended in case of cancellation, managed to wrap up everyone's stories fairly neatly, though not too neatly, leaving fans to imagine what might have happened in a fifth season. But why settle for imagining when we can pull back the curtain and ask the people pulling the strings in the Vampire Diaries universe? In addition to confirming that a time jump of an undetermined length would precede a potential season 5. Creator Julie Plec and showrunner Brett Matthews also confirmed which of the finale's special guests might have stuck around for a bit. All together now. Finally, following another beautiful speech from Lizzie about how MG is the only person capable of drowning out the other voices in her head, the long overdue couple finally made their relationship status official. Timing has always been their problem, Matthew acknowledges. Oh my God. When we began to look at this as the end of the show, we asked ourselves what the logical conclusion for their story was. Had the show continued, I'm sure it would have become a lot more complicated, and who's to say how that would have shaken out. But if this is how we must end, these are two characters who really deserve to be happy. Claus's closing statement. Unsure whether Mystic Falls was the right place to spread her father's ashes, Hope had her very own Mufasa moment in the finale when Landon and his new sidekick Ethan helped relay a message from the man himself, Claus Michelson. My dearest Hope, my little wolf, my miracle child. He began at which point most fans were already cutting onions. What a gift to be able to leave you one last message. So please carry it with you in the years to come. I want you to know this. You will make mistakes in your life. That comes with being a Michelson. You will go through hard times, for no one with your power always knows how to use it properly. You will find love and you will lose it, for such is the burden of immortality. But the most important thing about your life is that you live it, because you are my peace. And I regret a lot of things, but I don't regret a single moment I spent with you. I love you so much, always and forever. Hope had been carrying such tremendous survivor's guilt, Plex says. It has informed everything about her, her inability to love too fully or act too freely. There's this adult responsibility that was put on her shoulders attached to the death of her family, more specifically, the loss of her father. The necromancer told her that Klaus would never find peace until she did. So if we had to end the show without being able to give her that closure, I would have been devastated. Love is dead. Unfortunately, that's where things ended for Hope and Landon. As Limbo's new emotionalist ferryman, he feels nothing. So they had no choice but to part ways amicably. For now, we would have seen Landon again for sure, Matthew says. There would have been a lot of story there in terms of how he can support his friends from limbo. Moving on, does he find his way back? Does he get his emotions back? We're talking about Landon, who's such a bleeding heart of a character in all the best ways. Even with dulled emotions, Landon is still a deeply feeling person, so it would have been a cool thing to explore long term. We certainly would have seen more of that. Ben and Jed's big move. Upon discovering there's no longer a werewolf, Jed agreed to leave the Salvatore school with Ben. After appointing Finch as the new alpha so they could both find themselves out in the world, but fear not, everyone's favorite new couple wouldn't have stayed gone forever. If Legacy stacked another season, there would have been a very big part of the show they would have been a very big part of the show moving forward, Matthew says. Ben Levy did such a great job, and Zane Phillips was just a home run piece of casting. He took on a really difficult character to humanize. How do you play the demigod and make it real? To Zane's great credit, he never questioned it. He just inhabited the character and made Ben really fun to write. Jed changed as much as almost any character. He says if you go back to the pilot, he was a run of the mill bully. This was a case of us wanting to get a deeper into one of our supporting characters. Whenever we gave Ben Levin more to do, he always did it so well, so we just kept going. He went from being this threatened bully to exploring where that comes from. He simply in all the best ways actually made Pure is a better world. He came from a bad environment, but that doesn't have to define who he is. The Alaric Diaries. After initially opting to shut down the school, Alaric agreed to leave it open with Caroline as its new head mistress. He first had doubts that the school should just close down altogether, but he decided that it should basically be given over to Caroline and that he should just explore his life outside the Salvatore school since he spent most of it raising the students inside of it. New management. Of course, the Salvatore School will be in good hands while Alaric is away. As revealed towards the end of the finale, Caroline will be taking over as interim headmistress, and she's very clear about the interim part. The possibility of King returning in recurring capacity was meant to be a conversation that Candace and we could have if there was going to be another season, Plex says. Hello, Josie. Josie was chosen as the official guardian of Ken's Spare, aka the only weapon capable of killing Hope, which Wade shipped all the way to Josie's new school wait for it, Belgium. Matthew says there isn't any great significance to the school being in Belgium, other than the writers trying to say that the word is a larger place. Josie has found her own purpose and her own calling. And that's what we wanted for the character, for her to find herself in the own strength and make her own decisions. That's where her life is taking her, and it would be exciting to see all of the things she would do while she was there. As the series finale concluded for Legacies, I'm so mad at the CW for canceling that show. I will never ever not be mad at the CW because I don't know about you guys, but I loved Legacies. Like, it was an amazing show. But now that it's over, I just want to thank you guys for listening in our journey with loving Legacies. And yeah, bye bye, guys.